You ever been driving down the road and something crazy happened in front of you, like, and you're like, man, I wish I had that on dash cam. I wish I had a dash camera to get that. Like, but you missed the footage because you ain't had no camera. Look, I watched some crazy stuff, man, and all these people got dash cams. They caught it on camera. Let's just get into it. Let's check this out right now.
A man's dash cam records an aggressive driver trying to weave their way through traffic.
Oh, look at that.
But the driver is boxed in by the truck and car in front of them.
Okay, time for road rage. Let's see this idiot. Almost crashing on the wall.
As a dangerous driver tailgates, the pickup truck applies its brakes.
Something stupid, come on. Okay, let's see. We'll try. Oh, maybe not.
Suddenly,
Okay, what are you doing?
the driver makes a dangerous move to pass using the far right lane, but they misjudge.
See, that right there is like, bro, you had nowhere to go. Like, it was nowhere to go on the road. So, like, where was he going at to even try to, like, bro, that's crazy work. Crazy work.
They lose control and slam into the granite wall. Despite the violent crash, the driver, a 27-year-old man, sustains only minor injuries. He receives summonses for reckless driving and weaving in traffic. In Austin, Texas, a motorist with a dash cam is waved on by a dump truck driver who may be having some trouble. The car's driver continues down a long, curving hill to a stoplight. The intersection is busy, making it a bit more challenging for cars in the far right lane to make the turn on red. Which is very bad news for the driver in this gray sedan. The dump truck from earlier plows into a gray sedan, pushes.
Bro, you just imagine, like, yo, good thing you had to turn. Like, yo just told that other car right there that's driving with the dash camera, like, you go ahead. And then my man come flying down the street, crashing into all the cars. Like, bro.
Good Samaritans are able to pull the driver out before his truck catches fire. Emergency personnel arrive on the scene. The driver of the gray sedan is reportedly treated for concussion. The 19-year-old driver of a red car that was T-boned reportedly incurs a spinal injury.
How everybody survived that? That's crazy. Like, the only person that really got hurt was the person in the first car that got pushed through. Yo got some spinal injury damage, but everybody else survived with minor injuries, including bro who was driving the truck that just fell over this ravine, that flew over this ravine.
Standing on its side in a ravine. Thankfully, Good Samaritans are able to pull the driver out before his truck catches fire. Emergency personnel arrive on the scene. The driver of the gray sedan is reportedly treated for concussion. The 19-year-old driver of a red car that was T-boned reportedly incurs a spinal injury. None of the motorists, including the trucker, sustained life-threatening injuries. Investigators later determined brake failure as the cause of the multi-car collision. As bad as this situation was, considering the extent of the damage and the number of vehicles involved, everyone is lucky it wasn't much worse.
Bro, yo said brake failure. Like, bro, brake failure. Like, yeah, I wouldn't have been dropped. Like, when he first told the dude go ahead, either he was banging a U-turn or something was wrong. So it was like, why would you come flying down the hill? He probably wasn't even going that fast. He probably been hitting brakes ever since he banged the U-turn and told Joe to go ahead. Like, bruh. That's crazy, bro. And you know, they probably pissed him. Like, bro, you don't have to, we don't need you pee in this cup. Drug test, urinalysis. Oh my gosh, yo. Oh my gosh.
In Yuba City, California, a dash cam records as Lily Peterson rides with her husband Michael and two of their children.
I don't usually sweat like that. Probably why my feet are cramping right now.
We were just leaving our daughter's house. She lives in that area. I travel that road a lot, every day.
But today, this ordinary family drive, filled with ordinary conversation, is about to become anything but ordinary.
I hope they wash my truck tomorrow. Oh my God. 911.
Yo, can you imagine just riding down the road, bro? Y'all just riding, y'all chilling. Man, like, all right, I can't wait to wash my truck tomorrow. Then a car just come flying over, like, bro, I don't know, like, y'all, I don't know what I would have did, like, I do not know what I would have did. Like, you just see the car come flying over, like, bro, like, yo.
911.
A car flies through the air, between hanging power lines, and lands bumper first, directly in front of the family's car.
Oh my God. 911. 911.
When I saw it, I automatically just screamed. I thought at first it was a rocket because I couldn't tell since I wear glasses.
Maybe nobody was in there.
Oh my God, Mike, can
That looked just like a movie stunt. Like, you ride down the street, looking like, yo, they filming Fast and the Furious or something.
Maybe nobody was in there.
Oh my God, Mike, can you just back up a little bit?
Well, honey, just hold on.
Get out of
You're not gonna be able to do much.
Get out of the way, please.
And she telling him, Mike, I need you to go do something, Mike. Get out of there, go see what's going on. Like, what you want me to do? Like, bro, like, using common sense, I'm not gonna be able to do much. Like, call 911 or something I'm gonna do. Like, the joint just flew over. Come on, bro. What am I really supposed to do? Like, as you pulling up, what is you really going to do? Like, you gonna go up there and do what? Lift the, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you gotta call 911. Probably try to see if ain't nobody heard or something. Like, I don't know, but there really ain't much you can do, even if they is in there. Like, the car flipped and landed on the top. So how? You gotta try help.
Michael musters up the courage to scope things out, terrified of what he'll find.
On Stott Road.
Her biggest fear that the car was going to explode. So her first thought was to send her husband into it.
Stop it, Carlos.
Yes, we are on the Onstott ramp on Yuba City, and there was a car that fell off the highway.
It didn't fall off. It jumped the whole road.
Everything starts to move.
He said it was a car that fell off. My man said it didn't fall off. It jumped the whole road.
I had never seen something like that. It was very difficult for me to find the phone, to dial 911, to remember what the name of the street was, what had happened.
As Lily remains on the phone with 911,
Hold on. Stop.
Do y'all think they survived? Like, do you think whoever was in that car survived? This comment, drop what you think happened to the people inside the car or person.
Name of the street was, what had happened.
as Lily remains on the phone with 911,
Hold on. Stop it. I'm afraid to go over there, but stop.
Michael musters up the courage to scope things out, terrified of what he'll find.
On Stott Road.
Okay, what's the description of the vehicle?
It's a white car, I think, that's on fire. When I saw that car, I didn't even think that anybody was actually in it, the way it was going and the way of the impact.
But when Michael looks inside the wrecked vehicle, he sees that it does in fact have a driver. A 26-year-old woman who is conscious and amazingly appears to have only minor injuries. The victim is taken to a nearby hospital.
Can you believe that? Like, minor injuries, like flying across the sky like that, you would think like, oh yeah, they mutilated. Nah, minor injuries.
Apparently, she had lost control of her vehicle as it accelerated up an overpass after being involved in a hit and run on the adjacent highway.
I can't imagine someone driving that fast, hit that ramp, go flying.
That's crazy, man. Like, people be in these hit and runs and stuff like that, and then it'd be like, yo, don't nobody stop to see what's going on. Like, don't nobody care. Like, they just be like, you know what, like, hey, forget it, bro. Like, I ain't mean it, so you know what? I got no insurance right now. They probably had the Virginia tag. They probably had the Virginia tag. They said it was a hit and run. She was involved in a hit and run on the adjacent highway, and they accelerated her, and she...
In High Point, North Carolina, a truck's dash cam captures vehicles crossing train tracks that appear to be safe, now that a southbound train has just passed by. When suddenly, the gate comes down again, trapping the truck with a dash cam and a blue car on the tracks as a northbound train approaches. The car's driver gets out in a panic. The train is just seconds away, so she runs for cover.
Oh, first off, if I'm coming across the train tracks and them two things come down, the train ain't there yet, bro, I'm weave. But the other car in the way right there, I'm driving through that, bro. Like, what? I can get a couple scratches maybe on my hood or my roof or something, but, bro, move your car. Like, I'm not standing there. What you think gonna happen?
The train is just seconds away, so she runs for cover. While the truck driver puts it into reverse, pushing through the gates behind them. The northbound train.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why the other dude backed up. Yo said, hey, bro, man, forget that little gate thing, man. Back up. Like, yo, you just gonna sit there and let it get out. Now what you gonna do? Wait for the next train and get on that, and hopefully it's going your way. Like,
demolishes the woman's car. The driver of the car flees the scene, but 2 days later, she turns herself into police and is charged with having no operator's license and cited for a railroad crossing violation. So at a train crossing,
that's why you don't need to be driving no license. She ain't got no license, so she don't know the rules of the road. Like, bro, look both ways when you drive it. Look both ways when you cross a train track.
officers respond to reports of an allegedly intoxicated man outside a shopping center in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
How much have you had to drink?
Nothing. I ain't drank anything. You know what? I have drank something, but it's none of your business, man.
Since the suspect shows no
How much have
interest
you
in
had to drink?
cooperating,
What's your last
Nothing.
name, man?
I ain't had nothing.
police decide to take him down to the station.
You know what? I did have something, but it ain't none of your business how much I done had.
But before the cruiser even begins its journey, the suspect uses some impressive flexibility to remove one hand from the cuffs. The officer drives off completely unaware.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
Watch.
But the badly behaving suspect doesn't hide his secret for long.
Look at that. I broke free. County that my subject is out.
Bro, my man already just started taking his hands out. Like, already.
Unaware.
Bro that already started taking his hands out the cuffs. Like, we ain't even 10 minutes into the ride. My man that already out. That's how you know they ain't even put the cuffs on bro tight. Like, usually everybody you hear getting cuffs put on them, they are, my wrist is a little too tight. You think you can loosen these? Can you loosen these? I mean, mine a little tight. This side too. Like, I mean, but nah, this dude ain't say nothing. They just put him in the car, and now he out of the
Officer turns on the siren. Journey. The suspect uses some impressive flexibility to remove one hand from the cuffs. The officer drives off completely unaware.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
Watch.
But the badly behaving suspect,
bro, my man said, look at this. I broke free. Yo, then he starts standing on the chair though. Yo, he's standing on the back. Start kicking the window. All dude say is, yo, my suspect done broke loose. Like, bro, pull over, you feel me, and get the situation under control.
County that my subject is out. His cuffs in the back.
concerned for the suspect's safety as well as his own, the officer turns on the siren and accelerates through traffic.
Like, that's where we talking about training and retraining, and because I don't know who in their best mind, like, all right, so concern for the officer's concerned for his own safety. He accelerates, turns on the sirens, and accelerates through traffic because the man behind him is out of his cuffs. So instead of pulling the joint over and just calling for backup, because y'all obviously didn't search him, because you're in fear for your life. If you searched him, you know, ain't got nothing on him for you to be afraid of. You could get out, pull over, handle the situation yourself. But since you don't know what this man may have, you feel me, you start turning the sirens on and going faster. Like, now I'm gonna put everybody in danger because I feel like I'm in danger.
The suspect appears to hold a lighter to the front seat, distracting the officer and causing disaster. The officer loses control and veers off the road, ejecting the suspect out the rear window as the car flips over. Amazingly, the suspect is able to get up and flee.
Now, see what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, yo, bro. That's why I said you could have just pulled over. Like, if you would just pulled over, like, my man flew out the back of the window and then he wasn't even seatbelted in. Like, you ain't seatbelt, bro, and you feel me? He in the back lighting it on fire, handcuff off. You doing like 80 down the road. You lose control because you probably looking back at him while you flying down the road. Like, bro.
Amazingly, the suspect is able to get up and flee the scene, but is soon captured and charged with escape third degree, public intoxication, fleeing on foot, and being a minor in possession. The officer, however, has to be extracted from the vehicle and is airlifted to a nearby hospital.
On foot. After he flew through the back of the window, my man escaped on foot, bro. It was still around. I wonder if he picked up his other shoe, because one shoe came off going out the window.